Hello, dear doctors. I am Dr. Pranav Dave, Professor and Head of the Department of Community Medicine, right now working at Baroda Homeopathic Medical College, Gujarat. I am practicing homeopathy since last 30 years, and over these years I have seen that homeopathic medicines are to be proved highly effective in many clinical conditions. Along with my academic work, I am also running my own Dave's multi-speciality homeopathy clinic where we are managing a wide range of cases including advanced pathological conditions. The aim of this channel is to share practical clinical knowledge of homeopathy to students and to new homeopathic practitioners. Today my topic is Rauwolfia Serpentina, that is a natural blood pressure and sleep remedy in homeopathy. સર્પગંધા એ ઔષધીય છોડ છે જેનો ઉપયોગ ઉચ્ચ રક્તચાપ, અનિદ્રા અને માનસિક વિકૃતિઓ માટે થાય છે. ગુજરાતીમાં એનું નામ સર્પગંધા, સંસ્કૃતમાં ચંદ્રિકા કહે છે. ઇંગ્લિશમાં એનું રાઉલ્ફિયા રૂટ, સર્પેન્ટિન રૂટ પણ છે અને એનું વ્યાપારિક નામ રાઉલ્ફિયા છે. થોડુંક પરિચય આપું તો 16મી સદીના જર્મન વનસ્પતિ વૈજ્ઞાનિક લિયોનાર્ડ રાઉવોલ્ફ પરથી આ નામ આપવામાં આવ્યું, પણ ભારતમાં આ વનસ્પતિ વિશેનું જ્ઞાન 4000 વર્ષ પૂર્વેથી છે. ઈસવીસનની બીજી સદીમાં લખાયેલ ચરક સંહિતામાં પણ તેનો ઉલ્લેખ છે. 15થી 45 સેન્ટીમીટર ઊંચું વનસ્પતિ છે અને તેનું સોટી મૂળ દવા બનાવવા માટે કામમાં લેવામાં આવે છે. એઝ પ્લાન્ટ ડિસ્ક્રિપ્શન એઝ વેલ એઝ મેડિસિનલ પ્લાન્ટ એન્ડ અવેલેબિલિટી એઝ કન્સર્ન, ગંગાના મેદાનોની નાની ટેકરીઓ પર, પૂર્વ અને પશ્ચિમ ઘાટમાં એના, બાંગ્લાદેશ, શ્રીલંકા, મ્યાનમાર, થાઇલેન્ડ અને જાવામાં પણ આ જોવા મળે છે. ખુલ્લી જમીન પર સર્પગંધા થતી નથી. દ્વિદળી વનસ્પતિ છે અને સૌથી વધારે જે એરિયામાં 250 સેન્ટીમીટર વાર્ષિક વરસાદ અથવા એનાથી ઓછો હોય, ઓછા ઢળાવવાળા ભાગ પર આ વનસ્પતિ જોવા મળે છે. ગુજરાતમાં પણ ઘણી જગ્યાએ આ વનસ્પતિ વિશેષ રૂપથી દેખાય છે. આ આનું પ્લાન્ટ ડિસ્ક્રિપ્શન હતું. Once again, it is a Indian snakeroot. Most important indication is name derived from its use as a snakebite antidote. એટલે સર્પદંશની સામે એનો ઉપયોગ થઈ શકે. Here there is a key indication as well as clinical uses. આ લક્ષણો જો જોવા મળે તો બ્લડ પ્રેશર માટે, અનિદ્રા માટે, માનસિક વિકૃતિ માટે આ દવાનો ઉપયોગ થાય છે, કારણ કે આની અંદર રિઝર્પિન નામનો આલ્કલોઇડ છે અને જે આર્ટિરિયલ વોલ અને સિમ્પેથેટિક નર્વસ સિસ્ટમ પર કામ કરે છે અને એના પરિણામ રૂપે હાઇપોકોન્ડ્રિયાસિસ અને મેન્ટલ સિમ્ટમ્સ વર્સ થતા હોય એવી કન્ડિશનમાં આનો ઉપયોગ થાય છે. Here indications are already displayed: hypertension, mental and nervous system, and third is a sleep and other uses. First, if we focus, it is indicated wherever there is a persistent noted high blood pressure with anxiety. The blood pressure generally elevated from stress, either physical as well as mental. It may be precipitated with overwork or anger. The characteristics of the headaches is throbbing or pulsating, which starts from the back of the head. There is a pulsating sensation throughout the body with there is a throbbing headache with flush face with fullness in head. It is the remarkable indications to the Rauwolfia Serpentina, but here differentiations are also there. You should also study Belladonna as well as Glonoine as well as Aconite too. Another symptoms are mental and nervous system, as reserpine is a alkaloid which is found in the Serpentina or Sarpagandha. It affects the restlessness and inability to sit still. There is anxiety with palpitation, irritability and outbursts of the anger. These are the mental causes where Rauwolfia Serpentina is indicated. Mental exertion with confusion and psychosis with violent behavior. That is a noted symptoms where we can indicate the Sarpagandha or Rauwolfia Serpentina. Another most prominent indications is persistent sleeplessness. There is a sleeplessness due to racing of thoughts. It is also indicated in senile hypertension in elderly people with there is a tachycardia, and it is a best indicated medicine which is to start with early stage as soon as the hypertension is noted. Here there is a modalities that makes patient better or worse, factors that increase or aggravate the condition, that is called aggravation, and factors that decrease the intensity of the suffering, that is called amelioration. Symptoms are always worsening at night, especially blood pressure is concerned, palpitation is concerned, and anxiety is concerned. Anxiety precipitates the palpitation and that accelerates the blood pressure, and that happen at night time. Any kind of stimulants, tea, especially coffee, is worsening the restlessness as well as it precipitates the palpitation. Hence, whoever is taking Rauwolfia Serpentina, they should avoid coffee in their daily use. Another worsening factor is mental stress, any kind of anger or any emotional upset. Overwork aggravate the blood pressure, and as it is seen in the case of Arjuna as well as Crataegus, cold weather tends to aggravate the complaints. Patient feels better while he has a significant sleep. That rest significantly reduces the symptoms. Once again, warm weather and rest provide great relaxations to the patient. Gentle mild exercise makes patient better. And last, selection of correct homeopathic dose under the guidance of good homeopath, that is also a ameliorating factors to the patients. Causes and preventions are here displayed. Let me start with the common causes. Any kind of mental stress, long-term anxiety, long-term worry, and mentally overload, that is also aggravating or causing the disturb in circulation. Second is unhealthy diet, untimely diet, and excessive intake of the salt. High sodium, processed food, and containing lack of vegetable in food is precipitating cause of the sleeplessness as well as accelerated blood pressure. Genetic as well as hereditary factors are always there. Wherever there is a family history, triggers the hypertension and anxiety. That is a subject of study, and counseling makes patient better. Patient should avoid smoking, alcohol, and patient has to avoid the sedentary life. Lifestyle habits worsen the blood pressure as well as cardiac load over the body. How to prevent blood pressure as well as sleeplessness to occur? That person has to take low salt, patient has to reduce sodium intake, increasing the vegetables as well as increase fruits, regular exercise and yoga. 45 minutes or 30 minutes daily activity normalize the blood pressure over time. Meditation and stress management is very important in the prevention of the disease to occur. Mindfulness lowers cortisol and reduce the blood pressure. Timely homeopathic treatment, मैं पहला पण આગળ કીધું એમ, selection of homeopathic medicine under the guidance of good homeopath and experienced homeopath, that is more important, and that gives best result. Here there is a potency, dosage and science behind the medicine. Reserpine is a alkaloid that is responsible for producing the relaxations of the arterial wall as well as calm the activity of the mind. That is why it is utilized in the treatment of mental illness, schizophrenia, sleeplessness and hypochondriasis. Generally, potency and dosage guided, generally we are not utilizing external applications, but as far as internal part is concerned, Q6X oblique 30X, second is 30C oblique 200C, 1M and higher. Generally, mother tincture is utilized for acute high blood pressure, which gives immediate relief to the patient. સો પહેલાં પણ હું કહી ચૂક્યો છું કે હોમિયોપેથિક મેડિસિન માત્ર વિડીયો સાંભળ્યા પછી ચાલુ ના કરવી જોઈએ. આ સ્ટુડન્ટ્સ માટે અને લર્નર્સ માટે છે. મધર ટિંચર ઇઝ યુટિલાઇઝ generally in acute condition wherever disease is start initially 5 to 10 drops, or depends upon the intensity of the suffering, generally 10 to 20 drops in half cup of water 2 to 3 times is advisable. With this, one should go for regular checkup of the blood pressure. Second is a 6x or 30x potency, that is 4 to 6 globules 2 to 3 times. It is best for gradual or constitutional use. એટલે જનરલી મધર ટિંચરનો ઉપયોગ બ્લડ પ્રેશરમાં વધારે જોવા મળે છે. ઇમ્પોર્ટન્ટ ક્લિનિકલ નોટ્સ: સિલેક્શન ઓફ ધી પોટેન્સી may cause excessive sedation if it is overdosed. એટલે it is to be start under low dose and increase gradually under the supervision of physician. It is not recommended during pregnancy without physician supervision. It is not indicated in the case of there is irritable bowel syndrome. Monitor of BP regularly during treatment, it is essential. Active ingredient reserpine acts on sympathetic nervous system to reduce BP and calm the mind. Once again, before we end this video, key takeaways: Rauwolfia Serpentina or Sarpagandha is a proven natural remedy for high blood pressure and insomnia because of it contains alkaloid reserpine. It acts on sympathetic nervous system via the alkaloid reserpine. Rauwolfia Serpentina is a proven natural remedy for high blood pressure and insomnia. It directly acts on sympathetic nervous system via the alkaloid reserpine, best suited for stressed, anxious patients with nighttime aggravation. To start with the medicine, consult a qualified homeopath for correct potency. Once again, before I leave, I request you to like this, subscribe this, share this, and do comment. Thank you very much.